You may recall that one common feature among the hallmarks of cancer and hallmarks of aging is genomic instability. In this video, we are going to talk about this particular hallmark of aging. Let us first quickly recap what we essentially mean when we say genomic instability. The genome of any cell is essentially a blueprint which contains all the information that directs the workings of a cell, such as growth, division, adaptation, response to an external stimulus, and so on. It is basically a code written in 4 letters, and there are molecules that can decode the information. Any change in this blueprint, even if it is a change in a single letter in the genetic code, may have deleterious effects on the cell. Changes in the codes that direct the synthesis of the essential life-supporting components or processes can cause loss of structural or functional integrity and even death. Or it may lead to diseases such as cancer. Hence, when one mother cell gives rise to 2 daughter cells, it is important that the genome is first faithfully duplicated so that each copy of the genome can be segregated into the 2 daughter cells. The DNA replication machinery is responsible for the duplication of the genome before a cell splits into 2 daughter cells. However, this process is very crucial. It has basically 2 challenges. One is that it has to detect errors of replication, and then after having detected them, it has to rectify these errors. Typically, the frequency of such errors is about 1 in a million to 1 in 10 to the power 11. Secondly, it has to replace the incorrect nucleotide with a correct one, and the replacement has to be in the daughter strand and not in the template strand. Any standard molecular biology textbook will give you answers to these questions. But here we are not going to discuss that. The point is that occasionally some errors go uncorrected and get fixed into the daughter cells. So, point mutations come under genomic instability. Then there are other mechanisms of small or large alterations in DNA sequences. These can be brought about by hydrolytic mechanisms, insertions and deletions. And DNA damage can also be induced by chemicals and radiations. Some of these insults can lead to incorporation of unnatural bases in the DNA. But the DNA repair mechanism can take care of such DNA lesions. But again, occasionally the repair mechanism is compromised and leaves the lesions uncorrected. So, all these alterations in the genome come under the idea of genomic instability. In short, genomic instability is brought about by the introduction of small and large DNA lesions and the inability of the error correction mechanism to rectify these errors. Accumulation of these errors or DNA lesions cause progressive loss of structural and functional integrity that compromises fitness and also serves as a major cause of cancer, aging, and ultimately death.